I got started in Wing Chun through the invitation of a student of Sifu Lam's. At the time I was looking for a teacher that could instruct me in structure, which is generally speaking the alignment of the body with the ground. So you're getting the entire body as a unit for power. And when I visited Sifu Lam, very quickly I observed that this is what he was teaching. He easily exhibited it in a very fluid manner. And it was actually difficult to follow. It was like watching a magician. So I jumped in with both feet and didn't look back. What makes Wing Chun a great fighting style is the fact that it's very simple, direct, and efficient. Its power is in its simplicity, not in the complexity of movements or the multiple choices that you might have to deal with any attack, but it's using shapes, attributes, and reflexes that help develop you into a better fighter, with the idea always to be pursuing the general, the head and the neck as primary targets, chaining the attack and eliminating the opponent. The only thing that you're thinking about in Wing Chun is to hit the head. Everything else is a reflex or an attribute to put you into that position. So if he hits and I make a bridge and he stops me, the idea of the assistant hands or helping hands is to go through the obstruction, to create a new line of attack without having to take the hands back. But always, and in everything, the only thing that I'm thinking about is the hit to the head and neck. There are some other things in Wing Chun that we develop: pushing, pulling, po pai, even footwork ideas. But the main idea is always to attack the head and neck, the general. Traditionally, there's no ranking system in Wing Chun. It's really based on your experience and your hard work. My teacher, Sifu Gary Lam, created 3 levels for his system, which helps to break the system into crossing hand, control actions, and then advanced or high-level training for Chi Sao. When you finish the entire system, he awards the coach certification, which makes you a Sifu and allows you to certify your own students. I received this certification in 2005, and I was his first student to ever receive certification in his entire system. Chi Sao primarily teaches the chase center of mass, and if my line is obstructed, continue to attack from the position I'm in without taking the hand back. So these are critical skills to be able to learn, and never to go power versus power, but always finding the point of least resistance towards the center of mass of my opponent. The biggest mistake that people make in Wing Chun is chasing hand and not chasing center. And by chasing center, I mean all of the energy, force, movement, defenses, and attacks always going towards center of mass. If you chase hand, you take your hand out of the fight. If you chase center, if you create an angle, you not only attack but defend at the same moment. And in Wing Chun, we always attack the attack. There is technically no defense in Wing Chun. The mattress drill training is to allow us to let all of the power out. Mattress drill training is really not so much about training to push or pull, but it's to train to strike. The mechanics for pushing are identical to the mechanics for striking. So this is a safe way to allow us to learn how to take position, chase the center, and develop attacks. The dragon pole, or Luk Din Bung Guan, is a way to develop structure. If you practice with the pole and become tired, over time you will learn to use the entire body and your joints to support and move the pole. And in this way, it helps to develop the structure for the empty hand. The knife training develops a mind that's very serious, very aggressive. The translations are often butcher mind or killing mind, fighting spirit. And also it helps to train the ability for the body to make an angle, and it increases the competency of the handwork. Now, one quote that Sifu Lam is fond of saying is, "This life is fair." And what he means by that is that even though you're doing a great system, you're doing a very logical, very effective system, if somebody out there is doing another system and training 10 times what you're training and beats you in a fight, you shouldn't be too surprised. If they've been doing something a lot longer than you, you shouldn't be too surprised. Don't feel too bad, because this life is fair, and you get out of it what you put into it. Wing Chun is referred to as a system of Gong Fu, which means hard work. You do it a lot, you become very good. You do it a little, you become okay. Teaching Wing Chun is also training. So it's very important at some point, whether you gain that experience in class or in eventually having your own students, to teach the system. Teaching allows you to completely and fully understand what you've learned from your own teacher.